Hi everyone! Today we're going to work on concealer. So concealer can be a bit tricky, but very, very nerve-wracking if you're like me and get acne and blemishes on your skin. I also have dark circles sometimes under the eyes. So I have found a way to cover all of these unsightly things on my skin without it looking unnatural and without it being too cakey and messy. So the first step we're going to do is actually a liquid concealer. So it comes in a tube looking much like a lip gloss applicator. So I like to just dot under my eyes and my T-zone. And then I also like to put them around my mouth, but not too much. Less is more with concealer. And then I like to just cover all of those problematic areas that I have. So remember, less is more and we can always add more later. So I like to apply my concealer in dots around the natural shapes of my face. So I do this because it makes it a lot easier to blend. So some people prefer to use their hands. I'm going to be using a sponge today. So again, I do have blemishes here and didn't use too much because I will be adding more later. So as you can see, I like to blend my makeup using a combination of dabbing and circular motions. And I always like to try to make sure I'm doing all of my circular motions in an upward motion. So the next step we're going to do is use a cream concealer, and we're going to use a brush for this. So we're really going to accentuate what we've already done with our liquid concealer, and then we're going to blend it using the brush. And I may use the sponge towards the end, but we'll have to see if we need anything else. When applying the cream concealer, I prefer to use the brush that's angled so I can go around the natural shapes of my face easily. But I will be blending with the sponge because I found when combining the cream and the liquid concealer, it's much easier to blend and give it a natural look when you're doing your series of dabs and circular motions. So this will be the last step, and then our concealer is ready to go. And that's how you blend liquid and cream concealer. Now that you've done this, you can add foundation, powder, or blush, or just move on with your day now that your blemishes are hidden. Thanks for watching.